Hello, everybody. We back on Lyrics and Lies. And here's your girl Shayz on the mic. And who's to my left, to my right?
It's Money Green from Guava Island.
Hello, everybody. I'm not sure if
Got guava for you.
I'm not sure if everybody checks out Amazon Prime, or probably those people who have Amazon Prime. So I came across
You want guava?
Guava Island,
I give you guava.
which features Rihanna and Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino.
Guava with vodka tastes good.
So I would checked out this little, what you want to call it? Would it be a short film?
It's a movie.
It's a short.
It's a movie.
It's a very, very short movie.
It's not very, very short. Stop shorthanding them
short.
people.
It's a short.
It's a movie that's about an hour long. It's 58 minutes long. As in movies average 80 minutes. So it's 60 minutes.
It's 57 minutes.
All right, well that's a long time. They got short films out here that are 3 minutes long. You be like, what the hell was that? That's a short film.
It's a cute movie. I like the way it came in with the little cartoon part, and then it went into
We'll keep it right there.
You want to go to the cartoon part?
Keep it on the cartoon part for a
Okay.
second. The intro, like she said, it's cartoon animation, two lovebirds doing their thing. Nice background, vibrant colors. That could easily be a cartoon series.
It could have been.
They can still do that.
They actually could have left it there. But anyway, go ahead.
You're right, but they can keep those characters or new characters, and they can just have a series, like you have anything else, Boondocks, Bugs Bunny, whatever. But you can have it an adult-looking cartoon with these characters doing some funny stuff. So I like that. That was very appeasing.
Yeah, well,
The aesthetics were appeasing to my eye. And I also like the guava.
I would say, my opinion, it was a long hour video.
She said a long hour video. Well, it's interesting you said that because it's a lot of. Well, tell us why you say that.
The reason why I said it because I think I was very surprised to see that in the movie. Okay, so the movie is about two lovers.
No, we ain't got to tell them the movie. No spoilers here.
Okay, I won't give any spoilers.
Because Shayz will give y'all ass spoilers.
Because I like to tell you about the
And
movie.
we don't play that BS. This is not
So
a
the
review.
reason why
We're going to review the movie without spoilers.
No spoilers.
It's a spoiler-free review.
I thought it was a long video because he put in his song "This Is America," and I wasn't expecting to see almost a full-length video for that song.
He put in several videos.
Yes.
And several songs.
It was mostly a musical.
So what was dope when it comes to the music, because I wasn't expecting any music in it. I'm a person that doesn't read trailers and I don't read descriptions. So I want to be surprised about everything that I see. And this is definitely a movie that surprised me. So when he did This Is America and we saw the video and all that stuff, he was doing this movie at the same time. If you can't tell. And you can also look at the people and tell that he was doing this movie at the same time, at the same place. That's why he looked the way he looked. Because he was putting this movie together or acting it at the same time. So basically, in between shoots or whatever of the movie, he did his music video, which is art and brilliance. And then he went right back on set. So that was real dope. And he probably did that in several hours. But that's the bomb aspect. But in addition, he did probably 3 or 4 more. Yeah. But the character you see in the This Is America video, which you didn't know was a character, you thinking it's him performing. Mm-hmm. That is actually the character in this movie. Mm-hmm. So Donald Glover puts on a lot of masks in all of his movies, and this is one where he put the mask on and it's different from his other characters.
Yeah. And he makes lots of facial expressions.
Yes, and that's why I say that. Those facial expressions you see in This Is America, he brought to Guava Island.
Yes.
In this movie. The movie is called
Guava Island.
Guava Island. So after this movie was on for 10 minutes, it really dawned on me what was going on. And I cut it off, and I got guava, and I got some vodka, and I drank it while I watched the rest of the movie. Made the rest of the movie even more entertaining than it would have been. Okay, Shayz, go ahead.
I got some feedback from the movie from some other people who called me about it because they know I'm a movie person, so they
Okay.
called me.
Should I say what I feel before?
I want you to say what you feel first.
All right. I love the blackness. I had no idea it was going to be such a black movie. I thought it was going to be a movie about two lovers chilling on an island. I had no idea it was going to be a million people in it and just blackity black. So black that I wanted to be there. I'm saying, how come I didn't get noticed that this was going down? Because I would have loved to have been on this set in any way possible, in any facet. But I love the people, I love the women, I love the color, I love the rawness of the photography. Mm-hmm. My girl, this is a skinny little thing, my girl from Black Panther, what's her name, Shuri? Letitia Wright, that's her name. Letitia Wright, maybe her character was Shuri or something, I don't know. But Letitia Wright was Black Panther's sister in the movie Black Panther.
I thought she was cute.
And she's a thin little thing, but she was kicking it at work with Rihanna. They worked next to each other. Her desk, quote unquote desk, is right next to Rihanna, so they chit chatted whenever she went there. But I love, I loved her. I love the entire premise. And it's real slick how he did things. And this movie reminded me of a John Steinbeck book. John Steinbeck is, my opinion, one of the best writers ever. But it was real simple, to the point, but it had layers if you choose to look deeper and choose to look at certain roles and certain things that were happening. You see much deeper than what's on the surface of the story. So that's my take on it. And the climatic part actually just reminded me of the book The Pearl by John Steinbeck. But at the climax, you think things are one way and things are going to happen one way, and they end up taking a sway in a different direction.
A different turn.
Then they go in a different direction in addition to that one. And it's not anything that's very dramatic, but it happens and it influences the story in a major way. So that's me being as clear as possible without giving any spoilers.
Yeah, he gave no spoilers.
But
boo!
The brother, Donald Glover, sings on a spot. And he actually sings better than me. And that may surprise some of you all to listen to this show and you hear me sing. Because every now and then I get some notes in there that I even surprise myself sometimes. And I know I turn on some of the people that listen. But
oh my God.
Donald Glover actually can sing very well. He can sing and rap and act. But he does some live singing on the spot, and he really shows his skill. He shows off in this movie.
Well, yeah, he produced this movie, so he should show off a little bit.
He produced it? I didn't produce it.
He's a producer on this movie.
Okay.
When you check the credits out next time.
And one more thing, it was filmed in Cuba. Mm-hmm. Which lets you know how black Cuba is. Cuba at one point had more black people than the United States. And I think the most black people were in Brazil, still in the Western Hemisphere. They came over from Africa during the slave trade. Most, over 50%, stayed in Brazil. Not South America, but Brazil by itself. Then you had America, and the islands were almost equal in how many black people were there. So a lot of people in America, black people, like, damn, they got black people over there? Hell yeah, they got black people in Barbados and St. Croix and St. Thomas and Cuba. Yep. They are black nations that we just don't realize because Americans are normally narcissistic and we think everything begins and ends here. So we sit in America and we look outwardly, and but
that's true.
That's very true.
That's very, very true. So Money Green did really good because he didn't tell y'all nothing. I'm gonna try to stay on that same mark. I think that everything that Money Green said, I agree with. The only thing that I was a little disappointed with in the movie, I was a little disappointed with Rihanna's performance. She did okay, but she wasn't as believable as the rest of the characters in the movie.
For real?
To me. And maybe she could have had more lines or more things to say, or maybe that's how she was supposed to be perceived in it, in the movie. I like towards the end when she told a story at the end, from the beginning a story was told, and at the end the story was told differently.
Now hold on. So
I can't.
Are
really
you critiquing?
Say.
Is your critique of her more about how little or how many lines she had, or her actual performance, her actual acting performance?
Because I've seen her in a couple of other movies, and it could be because maybe this is the way she's supposed to be in that movie.
What do you mean?
But
which way is this?
To me, I don't know. It didn't. I mean, it was like mediocre to me. I mean, I've seen her do better work when she did Ocean's 8.
Yeah, but what more could you want out of her in this?
I don't know. I just thought she wasn't, to me, believable as the girlfriend.
What would have made her
in
more
the
believable?
Relationship? I mean, in a relationship, it's almost like, yeah, you see them together, but
bam! All right, let me stop you right there. I'm glad you said that, because when the movie ended, I said, because I told you initially that I thought it was going to be just them two on an island,
right,
relating to one another, going out to eat, talking, getting to know each other. At the end of the movie, I said they didn't have any intimacy or any affection, no real. I mean, it was a little bit of hugging, but there was no we're a couple.
Yeah.
Beyond them being in each other's company.
Correct.
So is that what makes her not as believable as she could have been as the girlfriend? Because that has nothing to do with her acting. That has something to do with the script.
Maybe it is. And since you brought it to that perspective, maybe because if you didn't really pay attention to the beginning, you be kind of like there was nothing. There was no interaction.
You wouldn't think they were a couple.
No, you wouldn't think they were a couple.
Right.
Really. So
and they weren't around each other a lot either.
No, they weren't.
So and that because of the story,
the beginning story would make you think that this, like you said, that was going to be the thing. But
right. So they were together in the beginning of the story, the very beginning of the movie,
the cartoon.
But then, after the cartoon, they were together in the beginning of the movie with the actual physical humans, but then they had to go to work, and he had to do this, and he had to go. So you probably lose sight of the fact that they were actually boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, you did.
So, but that has nothing to do with her.
But
acting.
I still didn't think her acting was the greatest in this.
But what did she have to do that could really make her great?
She didn't do a whole lot. It just, I don't know. Like even what's her name? Miss Wright, Letitia
Wright.
Even hers was like, when she's like, when she did her little thing at the job. Because I'm trying to say stuff without saying.
But that's not giving too much away.
Yeah, she was more like, oh, okay. I don't know. It just seemed like it just, and like I said, it could be because her character was supposed to be like.
But she got into it. She got into it a little bit with the shoulders.
Yeah, she did. But I guess to me, her character was overshadowed.
Well, Letitia Wright didn't do a lot. Letitia Wright,
she was, she got
it started,
right?
And Rihanna piggybacked on it. But then he had some real people doing the whole.
Right. So I think maybe I should say this. I think her performance was overshadowed by other things, and to me, I didn't see. It could have came out better, and maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. But this is how I look at it as somebody who's checking out all the parts of the movie.
All right, but I'm gonna say one thing about that,
and I'm going to end it on that note. But you go ahead and say your part.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a small part, and you can get back to it. But I don't think this role required her to do any major acting. And I don't know if she can do major acting, but I think if you gave this same role to Regina King, Gabrielle Union, something, there's not much more they could do with it unless Glover said, I want you to be bigger. I want you to do, but the movie didn't call for a bigger role.
And
the
maybe
movie,
not, but I guess, I don't know. It just seemed like
the role that I know, the role called for.
Just, I guess that's what it is.
It's a Donald Glover powered movie. So his character
was outshining everything, and maybe that's probably what it was.
Not really outshining, but it was about him.
It was basically about him. But
Right.
but at the beginning, you would think that it would be about the budding romance of them.
What you thought?
That's
like
what
I
you
thought. Yeah.
So, and that could be the reason why I feel the way. Since you brought out some other perspectives, I can see where you're going with that.
Whoever you put in that role, there's nothing they could do with
maybe
it.
so. You're right.
With Rihanna.
You could be right.
Like if they were at the job, all they could do was dance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there were no words there. Remember they said, "Is he doing it?" No, I heard it was cancer.
But
That's
she
all
did have some conversation because they found out something about her.
Right, but it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot there.
Yeah, so we'll just leave it there.
So she did her thing, and
yeah.
she's from the Caribbean.
So, and that's probably the reason why he picked her.
Right, so she fit right in. So there's no way she can act like a Caribbean woman because she is a Caribbean woman. But I think she did what the role called for, and I think this could actually springboard her into more roles where she could be a bigger factor, because she hasn't, to my knowledge, she hasn't had a role where she's the lead actress.
No, she's just in the movie
because she hasn't really been acting.
No, and I think she may take out more acting. But
I think this fits her perfectly because it's something small, something fun, something easy.
Yeah, you have a point. So other than that,
what your peeps say? Your peep? You say your peeps called you up with something?
I think someone was very disappointed at how it went off, and that they thought it was going to be more than what it was.
The movie or the ending?
The ending, and they
Okay.
also thought the same thing me and you just said about the relationship.
Right, they thought it was going to be more of a love story.
More because of how the beginning started.
But when I saw, afterwards I read the description, and it said a thriller.
Okay.
So if I'd have read that beforehand, then I would have I would have cut the whole love thing out of it. Right.
So other than that, I thought that I would bring that up because we sometimes talk about Netflix movies and other things, and I thought that this was a nice additive that they went with Amazon Prime instead of doing it through Netflix.
Yeah, you go where you can go.
That was a different little twist.
Yeah, you go with who gives you the money.
And also, it gave me the opportunity to check out what Amazon had to offer where it comes to movies and things, and that they bring out new dramas from new artists or new filmmakers who's up and coming. So that gave me
they got some
idea that they do that as well.
They don't pay them a lot, but
right, but it let me check out what Amazon Prime had.
Yeah, they pay the big stars, but they're not paying the new independent artists as much as they probably should. But
I thought it was a nice twist that he went with Amazon versus maybe going with Netflix. Not saying that Netflix might not have offered, but maybe he wanted to try a different avenue with Amazon.
I enjoyed it. I will watch it again. I was thinking about how he at one part was singing and Rihanna didn't sing, but Rihanna can sing.
Right.
So you got to keep that in mind too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it was still his thing.
So that lets you know that it's even more his movie because you have such a great singer with you and you don't
use her.
Yeah.
Because she was supposed to be the girlfriend Coffee.
But she can still sing because other people were singing.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know that maybe he was like, nah, I just need you to do this. And
not sing.
Right. And also she has a big personality that she can let loose. So for her to act where she was, that little pocket she stayed in, he knows she could have done more. And he's a director too, so because of Atlanta. I know you watch Atlanta.
I seen some of it.
Oh my Lord. Oh, it's one of the best shows on TV.
Yeah, I know. I heard.
It because of Atlanta, I know that he knows how to bring out of people what needs to be brought out. So I think Rihanna did an excellent job because she did what he told her to do. Yeah. Nothing more, nothing less. Because if you ever see Atlanta, I can see some of Atlanta in this, as far as the writing and the characters and how he does certain things. So that's another thing that lets me know that Rihanna was on her mark.
Well, I have to give it up for Donald Glover. My son introduced me to Childish Gambino when
who is Childish Gambino?
Childish Gambino is Donald Glover.
That's his singing.
That's his rap persona.
Rap and singing persona. Right.
When he told me about him back here when he wasn't as big yet.
Right.
And I enjoyed his music and his videos because his videos was so different from what you've ever seen. And at first, when I first saw him, I thought he was a little depressed, but that was just his persona of how he was doing stuff. But yeah, he brought him to me back here. And I will remember that 3005 song.
And he also did Stay Woke, which is the biggest song. But before that, he'd been out for years and years.
He's been out for a minute, but he brought me to him. I mean, I've heard about him back here. Now he's really have climaxed on his gifts.
He climaxed on his gifts.
Gifts.
Shayz is talking pornographically.
I didn't mean. Y'all know what I'm saying. He's really climax. You know, and that's not sexual innuendo.
Lyrics and Lies is
he has
rated
really
PG-13.
honed in on his gifts.
Rated.
He started with rap and then he built on that. And
Lyrics and Lies.
Doing,
rated R.
Actual movies. He's also a comedian.
People climax.
He's also a comedian, so he does that. So he has a lot of gifts.
Yeah, he does stand up comedy, but keep that for them white folks because I saw the stand up.
He did a comedic.
I saw one of them stand ups
in a movie.
Okay,
in a movie
well,
too,
I saw the whole. I saw one stand up video about 40 minutes. I was like, you know what? It lead us for Brad and Jen and Jessica and Barbie. Let them watch this because
anyway,
I wasn't laughing.
I can tell you a lot of ones that you like. I don't laugh at either, but I'm not saying that he's.
That ain't
funny.
true. You laugh at everything I laugh at. You like DL Hewley,
but I don't like.
You like Kevin Hart.
I don't like Day Day.
But you don't like Mike Epps.
Say his real name.
Okay. You like Mike Epps? You ain't gotta like Mike Epps?
He's not funny to me at all.
Okay.
He's good in movies, but he's not funny to me on stand-up. Yeah. But I just want to say, Donald Glover, shout outs to you. You're doing a good job. You're really showing off. You're really showing your
He's climaxing on his gifts.
I can't use nothing around him without him going sexual.
I didn't go sexual. You went sexual on that
climax
one. I ain't never heard that.
Climax doesn't always have to be sexual.
Climaxing on his gifts. In the world.
He is maximizing on his gifts.
There you go.
Is that better, y'all? I'm so sorry. Because you see that he has to keep putting it out there. So he's maximizing on his gifts. Big ups. Keep doing good work out there. Donald Glover, a.k.a. Childish Gambino.
And keep being better than Mike Epps at stand-up.
Or try to.
So Lyrics and Lies. Oh, y'all should catch the next video we do. Shayz on the mic and Money Green. On our next video, y'all just click the next one. On that one, we're going to climax on our gifts.
You get on my...